Hey everyone, Andrea Prober here with Great Expectations Realty. So I wanted to do this video to talk to you about what it actually costs to live here in Ocala, Florida. So this is a good shout out to my boys down in Miami. They were talking about how inexpensive it is to live here as opposed to in some of the bigger cities throughout Florida and actually throughout the United States, which I completely agree. It is. So let me just prove it to you. I am actually going to take, for example, our home, because that's the easiest for me to do, as I don't really know what other people pay for their utilities, so I'm just going to share what we pay for ours. Keep in mind, my husband is one of those people that can pinch a penny and squeeze out a dime. I mean, he is like super, super thrifty. When I met him, he would turn off his water heater at certain points during the day and only turn it on for showers at night. He's not quite at that level at this point. So he's made a lot of considerations for being married to me, but I'm actually pretty thrifty myself, I think. So for him, no, but for most people, I actually am pretty thrifty. Okay, so the way that we work it out with ourselves is we have a budget. It's actually a written budget, and we figured out how much we think it's going to be, and then how much we actually make, and how much are actually charged, and it's all right there. We use Google Drive so we can both access it, and it just seems to work out really well. Right now, it is not working out very well because I have been so incredibly busy with the business and sales, and also working with new agents and opening that branch office in Denellen that unfortunately I've been kind of slacking at home, and I have not updated the budget. And bless his heart, he's terrible at it, so I'd prefer he doesn't touch it, because then I don't understand what in the world he typed in. So it's actually better that he doesn't. So I was actually getting started on updating this, and I figured I would go ahead and share with you some of the line items on there so you can kind of get an idea as to what it would actually cost if you decided to move to Ocala yourself. So we pay about $1,400 a month for our actual house, which is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a formal dining room and a formal, well, I guess it's not formal, it's an office. It's actually bigger than the dining room. It's a really, really good size office, which we really love. We actually thought about turning it into like a guest room. It's actually been a lot of different things over the years, but currently right now it is my studio and office, and we also have a spare refrigerator over there. So I don't know, yeah, it is whatever it needs to be. So that's this room. So it's also kind of a library, as you can tell from like the 50 bazillion books in here. Anyway, so my sister also lives with us, and she helps us out with that expense as well. She doesn't live with us because of finances. She lives with us because we all prefer it. She prefers it because there's, somebody to chat with. We prefer it because we want to outnumber the kids. Like at this point, it's 3-1. So going down this, we also have our car insurance. Our car insurance has our teenage son on it right now. And even though we've thrown every discount under the sun, because we have a business and we do use our vehicles for business related things, like taking people out, showing houses and stuff like that, we want to make sure we're covered. So we have about $300, a little over $300 a month that we pay for insurance. So I don't know if that's really great or it's really bad. My husband swears it's really good. He's the one in charge of that because it just worked out that way. He's in charge of the insurance. So anyway, so it's about $300, give or take. Of course, we have our health insurance, and for utilities, that's the key one. For our water bill, I'm going down the list as we speak. Okay, so our water bill isn't too bad. It's like $23 a month, I think. Hold on, yeah, $20.47. We have a septic system, so a lot of Marion County has well and septic, or they have septic and no well, or they'll have well and sewer or whatever, some kind of mixture of the same thing. We prefer having the the well, actually. I would prefer having a well, but you know, it is what it is. Septic, it's actually really hard to find sewer outside of City of Ocala, and we do not want to live in City of Ocala limits. The reason for that is the utilities over there are astronomical. Like, they just got sued for adding stuff to their bills. So yeah, no, we do not want to live. Both my husband was in an apartment in the city, and I was in an apartment in the city years ago, and both of us, we learned our lessons. It's very, very expensive for City of Ocala utilities. It's actually one of the most expensive utility companies in the state of Florida. I actually looked it up. You can look it up online. It's definitely top 10. I would say even top 5. So way too expensive. But if you live in the county, so just outside of the city limits, we're maybe 2 miles from the city limits. We have SECO, which is Sumter Electric Cooperative, which is very inexpensive electric. And then we have Marion Utilities. There's Marion Utilities and there's Marion County Utilities. Marion Utilities is actually less expensive. Marion County Utilities charges a usage thing, so even if you're not using any water whatsoever, you're still going to get billed like $35, which is more than the cost of the water that we actually use. So we pay about $20 per month for our water. So if you're coming over here, Sunshine Utilities is pretty inexpensive or for water, and also Marion Utilities. And honestly, Marion County Utilities isn't too bad. You're going to have maybe a bill of $50 or $60 a month. It's not that bad, but it's still way less than City of Ocala. As far as our electric bill, kind of already talked about the size of this house, so that's kind of key. I'm actually going to grab from July because that's actually one of the more expensive electric bills throughout the entire year. So again, this is a little over, it's like 2,200 square feet of living space in this house. So yeah, and in July, my son was still here, so it was definitely some usage going on. So our electric bill at the absolute highest was $222.19. So I don't know, you know, where you're from, if that's like super, super high for you or not, but for like City of Ocala, that would be probably half the price of what it would be over there. Outside of City of Ocala, over on the other side of the county, in southeast side, that's actually not going to be SECO, that's going to be Duke. And Duke Energy is pretty comparable to SECO. So pretty much anything outside of the city limits, that's where you want to go. That's the key spot. Okay, but you know, if you have a well and a septic, that's really only going to save you maybe $20 a month if you're in the county, $30 maybe, you know, it's not that much. So, you know, for us, we really do like the well water because this is where they bottle the water. Like, there's several water bottling companies in Ocala, in Marion County. So, I mean, we have really good water here for the most part. So, once in a while, you'll have like one random house that has bad water, but it is really rare. This is literally the stuff you buy at the store. This is where it comes from. So, how could you not want that? Okay, as far as the cable, we pay about $54 a month. We don't really want cable. We have like really, really super basic cable. We basically just use it for the internet. So that's our internet charge, is about $55 a month, give or take. And that is, it's definitely good enough for streaming in multiple locations. So we got the kids streaming, we got my sister streaming, me and my husband are streaming, we got the TVs that go off of streaming. We do pay for Netflix, and that's in the entertainment category, as well as the gym. I don't know why gym is an entertainment category. I think my husband had something to do with that. But I belong to Planet Fitness, which is $20 a month, and that's for the really big, black card thing, so I can go on the massage table. But maybe that's why it's an entertainment. But yeah, so it's about $20 a month. Cell phones, we actually don't have a home phone. We use our cell phones. They're pretty much used for everything and then some. Even our daughter, I know this is controversial to have a child with a cell phone, her being 12, but she does Florida virtual school and she has to be in communication with her teachers fairly frequently. And she was using my phone or her dad's phone or whatever, but then we're trying to use our phones for business. It just didn't work. It's not that much to have an extra line on our account, and you know, it's all unlimited minutes. So yeah, whatever. She uses Wi-Fi. She's not allowed to use the data. So it works out. All right. As far as, let's see, electric, water, cable, garbage. Garbage is about $20 a month. I think it's billed every 6 months. That is actually because we also pay for recycling. At this point, I honestly think that we have more recycling than we have regular garbage, which I guess is a good thing, you know, save the planet. In Marion County, you do not have to pay for your garbage as long as you take your garbage to the dump. Literally, it's like curbside. You just pop it right in. I did that before to save my $20 a month, being the thrifty individual that I was, and a bag broke and there was disgustingness in my trunk, and it was the heat of summer and my entire car was barfable. It was horrible. So I haven't done that since. Okay, you know, you just learn your lessons. It was horrible. So yeah, it's worth the $20. And again, like I said, recycling. So, and it's, you know, they sort it for you and everything. So it's great. So yeah, that's the $20 is totally worth it. You are going to be paying quite a bit for gas, maybe not as much as us, for your car. I mean, because, we are rural, so there's going to be some driving involved. It's going to be like a 15-minute drive probably to get to the Publix. It's going to be, you know, 20 minutes to a Walmart, you know, 10-15 minutes to get to the Starbucks or whatever, if you want to go to the mall or a restaurant or something like that. That all adds up, you know. So yeah, you're gonna be driving. And then, you know, if there's like, if you want to go to Disney or something like that, that's an hour away, and there's toll roads and stuff too. You can get there without the toll roads, but it's pretty hard. Those toll roads they're set up for Disney, I'm telling you. So anyway, that's all of that. We used to cut the lawn ourselves. We don't anymore because my husband has the view that the grass can be yay tall before he cuts it. And I think it needs to stay about this tall because there's these things down here called sandburrs that if you let the grass grow too much and you have those weeds in your grass, which you will, then they come these little horrible things that get stuck in your feet, and it's just awful. So yeah, we cannot let our grass get more than about this. So we had this discussion many times, and I finally just hired a lawn guy that we use in property management anyway. So I'm like, just add our house to your list. You can normally get your lawn cut for probably about $30 a month, maybe 35, depends on what you want him to do. If he has to, you know, trim our bushes and stuff like that, then it's 35, but he's pretty reasonable, and he just puts it on a schedule and it's just done. You have to get it cut about twice a month normally during the year. Summertime more, wintertime less. We also have, you know, clothes and kids extracurricular activities on here, and going out to eat, and groceries. Groceries I try to keep at about $800 a month. Try being the key word. Some months it's higher, some months it's lower. It's rarely lower. but we eat at home a lot, and we take turns cooking at this point. So it's actually kind of cool. My sister's actually cooking tonight, so that's why you might hear some slamming of microwave doors and stuff. That's her. It's okay, one less thing for me to do today, so yay. As far as personal care and stuff like that, that's by the person. It just depends. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So pretty inexpensive to live here. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm looking at any of this other stuff that's just, you know, related to kids' activities and stuff. Oh, I do have somebody that comes and cleans my house. Yeah, I know, I'm that person. She is actually a really good friend of mine, and she cleans my house every other week. And actually my husband agreed and actually encouraged the idea. We discovered I have really bad allergies. So it doesn't matter where we live. We have really bad allergies. So, and we have a dog, which I'm allergic to. So I love her, but I'm allergic to her. It's great. So she's over here sleeping by my feet right now. So we keep her trimmed down, you know, we make sure she's shaved down. So that's another thing that's a line item on there. It's just, again, depends on your circumstance or whatever, but about every 4 or 5 months she gets shaved down. She just got a shave down this week. So even though she's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, she actually looks kind of like a beagle this week until her little ear hair grows back curly again. She just looks like that. So she's adorable anyway. She's about 13 or 14 years old. So at this point in her life, we do have a sizable amount left set over aside for her vet care and stuff because yeah, we end up going for vet visits a little bit more often than when she was a little bit younger. But she is a family member, and that's just what you do. So anyway, so that is we have my allergies basically, and then also for cleaning. I cleaned the house myself. I had to do it like every single week. I made sure, you know, I have this serious thing about the floors being mopped perfectly. This is all tile floor in this house except for the bedrooms, which is carpet, which is great for my allergies, all the tile. And so I have to have all of that, you know, cleaned and vacuumed, and the couch has to be cleaned down because the dog gets up on it and then I can't sit on it. And anyway, so all the sheets, I would change all the sheets every week. I have to, okay? It's bad. Anyway, so I was realizing that the time I was taking away from real estate, I actually tabulated out how much I make doing my job and how many hours I spend. Actually, like, I tabulated that out by the hour, and then I tabulated how many hours I spent cleaning the house, and I gave those numbers to my husband and told him that we were losing money considerably. Even though we all participate, take part, a deep clean is necessary to my sanity and my allergies, and thankfully my husband loves me and agrees. So I do have a house cleaner. So that is on there. I feel like I should like apologize for that. Is that weird? That's like a woman thing, I guess. I don't know. It's like a mom guilt thing. Okay, don't feel guilty, okay? I don't know what the house prices are over where you're at, but that's pretty much it for us. So about $1,400 is going to cover your mortgage. It's going to cover your insurance for your house, and it's going to cover your taxes. If you're renting a house, it's going to be right around $1,200 to $1,500. For this size house in this neighborhood, it's probably going to be considerably more, probably going into $1,600 to $1,800. And if you're purchasing a house, it might be a little bit less, but we're right in the middle. We've been here for like 4 or 5 years. So, all right, if you guys have any questions, please let me know, and hopefully this helps. And don't forget to subscribe, because I would really like to get to 1,000 subscribers. That is the goal. My daughter actually says that I need to do something really crazy in order to celebrate getting 1,000 subscribers. I told her I am not shaving my head. So maybe you guys can come up with something that I can do when I get 1,000 subscribers that is fun and exciting and wow, but not shaving my head. That would be cool. Let me know in the comments below, okay? Y'all have a good one. Bye.